Hi everyone. Um, I just finished taking the Myers-Briggs assessment, which I have done before, and I got a very similar result than I've gotten in the past. I've taken this a couple of times, well, several times, and I always end up with one or two results. I'm either an INTJ or an INFJ, and it just varies about 3 to 6% either way on that. So it's just a slight deviation as far as scoring goes, and I'm always either INTJ or INFJ, and I think that I have aspects of both, and I think I probably leaned a little more INFJ when I was younger, and now I'm learning and acquiring and using more of my thinking strategies as I get older. And I say that because I'm always I've always been an introvert, and I've always been happy kind of sitting in the back and observing and being a follower, and that's um, more of the qualities that were expressed in the INFJ when I read that description. But lately, I have been a little more interested in taking the lead in some things, and I've been doing a lot more decision making based on thought and less on emotion. And I think that it is true when I read the description for the INTJ that it said that whenever people like me consider their superiors to be slacking or not uh, not really doing as good of a job, then they will lose their respect for them, and that has happened with me. I had a boss for a very long time that she didn't know how to manage people, and I did end up losing my respect for her, and so I just didn't try as hard with my work. And I think that was a little more, probably I reacted a little more like an INFJ because I didn't confront her about it. I did withdraw, and but now that it's been a few years and I have a new person that I work with who thankfully is not my boss, but I do work with her quite a bit, and she has some of the same qualities that I really disliked in my old boss, and I speak up a lot more now. I tell her, you can't do something like this. You have to give me more time to plan. You can't request something of me and expect me to drop everything that I'm doing to help her. And I'm not afraid to say that anymore. And I think that that has been very helpful. And so I think I lean a little more toward the TJ side than the FJ side when lately. And but the I was probably moderately in the categories. I think. Let me look at my results. Um, with the intuitive and the judging, I had a moderate preference, so I was mostly in that category. But the introvert part, both times that I took it, I was very much in that introvert category, and I always have been all my life, I'm sure. One great example of that is that we had our holiday party for my organization last night, and I was in charge of planning it because that's what I do. But we had 400 to 600 people drop in over the course of 3 hours in the evening, and so our CEO always requires all of us to attend, and we all have to socialize, and rightly so. I mean, we're a nonprofit organization, and we have a room full of people that are not only investors in our organization, but potential investors. And so we should all socialize. It's our party. And I despise having to work a room. Um, but another thing that it said that INTJs tend to do are they will achieve some level of conformity if they think it will help their career. And that is definitely true because I did work the room even though with every fiber of my being, I did not want to be there socializing. But I have been with the organization for a while, so there were several people in the crowd that I recognized and I talked to quite frequently, so I tended to just gravitate toward those people because I knew that I would have something to talk about with them. I did talk to some new faces, which is nice to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. But overall, I try to stick with the people I know. Um, I I did pick up one little gem that my CEO has told me before, and I think it's because he's going to send me out a little bit more to go to functions. And he said that I'll throw this out there for anyone, all the other introverts that don't really want to socialize but have to go to social functions. He works the room in a counterclockwise fashion. He says he arrives when he knows he doesn't have a lot of time to hang out because he's an extrovert. He's very comfortable in the situations. But sometimes if he has to go to more than one function in an evening, he will work the room in a counterclockwise fashion because he says most people will move in a clockwise fashion. And if you watch a room, most people do kind of move clockwise throughout the room. So he'll go counterclockwise so that he can pretty much see and talk and chat with everyone in about 15 to 20 minutes, and then he can get out of there. And so that is something that I think is worth remembering, especially for people that don't want to be in a room full of people for an hour or two. So I look forward to watching everyone else's video, and I'll talk to you all soon.